This is a phenomenal house. I cannot wait for you to see it. We're kind of in the heart of Raleigh, really close to Crabtree Valley Mall, close to Glenwood Avenue and Creedmoor Road. This house is at 4937 Carteret Road. The landscaping is spectacular, and I talk about that because we hadn't even gotten inside, but as I stand on the front porch, I can smell the gardenias. It just smells like summertime in North Carolina. The upstairs is about 2,200 of finished square feet. Downstairs in the basement, there's about 1,100 finished square feet and another 1,000 unfinished, so you've got more than enough storage. On an acre lot in the heart of Raleigh, that is nearly impossible to find. I cannot wait for you to see all the updates inside. This one's coming on the market at $850,000. It is ready to go. They have really done it nicely. It's going to be so much fun for you to see. We're coming in off the front porch now and into the foyer. It's a great size foyer, but you can come into either this room or head straight back to the family room. You'll see that in just a minute. When this house was built, everybody had a formal living and formal dining room. In today's world, that's not so much what folks are after. And in Brookhaven, the neighborhood that we're in, some of these houses have been updated and modernized. Others are still waiting for that to be done. This one has been done and been done very well. You'll love the built-ins that are part of this room that just make a good showcase for family photos or whatever. It's a great gathering spot. There's a wood-burning fireplace in this room. There's gas burning on the other side in the family room. You'll see that in a minute. What was once truly the formal dining room is now just a good gathering space, and they made what was once the living room the dining room. It is a phenomenal entertaining house. I've been to parties at this house. Never once have I ever felt crowded in this home. There's a lot of serving space, so if you are hosting something, whether it is a holiday gathering with family or if it's friends getting together for the Super Bowl, whatever, you've got all kinds of serving space. And if you are a cook, this kitchen is just to die for. GE Cafe appliances, more cabinet space than you know what to do with. Everything is soft closed drawers and doors. Great lighting in here. A sink that's got plenty of room to be able to do stuff in. 6-burner gas range, as well as an oven as part of that, including a wok burner that's part of the range. The microwave is a convection oven as well as the oven below, and that one's designed for specific types of cooking. Regardless of what you're cooking, you can program it so that it will tailor to kind of what you're after. Once you come over to the family room, you'll see the gas logs on this side. The family room is a good sized gathering space, and also you can see the breakfast bar there, so that's a good spot to just grab dinner. A lot of times I'm guilty of my family eating and sitting there watching TV, but we have a screen porch, as this does as well. You've got French doors that go out on the screen porch, and you'll see the backyard from back there. So we'll go out there in just a minute. And then come around, you'll see the entryway back to the foyer, so that's back towards the front door. And then down the hallway is where the 3 bedrooms are up here, and the stairs that head down to the basement. We've come into the hallway now. There's a hall bath here that services the 2 secondary bedrooms that are upstairs. There's one here on my left and another one kind of behind me on my left here. But what I really want you to see is the primary bedroom. This room is larger than it once was because they actually took a 4th bedroom out and turned it into a 3-bedroom home. But I think that's fine, particularly with all the space that you picked up in here. An amazing walk-in closet. Not what you expect for a mid-60s ranch in Raleigh. That closet is simply to die for. But then you've also got an updated bath in here that's got a large walk-in shower, and it's kind of old school, but it looks really nice. There's actually a medicine cabinet just so you've got extra storage. I know they're not as popular, but this one looks nice. It doesn't look like the old school grandmother's medicine cabinet, and that storage is just great. But when you're on the back side of the house, you can see through those windows, all of which have been replaced, by the way. and see the natural area back there, and it overlooks the fenced backyard. Coming out of the family room now, if you remember from upstairs, there was the staircase that was behind me when we were talking up there. That's the staircase that comes down here. Again, you've heard me say a couple of times, this family has done a ton of entertaining. This is not your grandmother's basement either. Fully updated. You've got luxury vinyl plank on the floor, the wood burning fireplace down here, smooth ceilings, tons of can lights, storage like you cannot imagine. From one end of the house to the other, you'll see there is an entire large storage room down there, and that's where the tankless water heater is housed, as well as the furnace for the home. So you've really got great space down there. A wet bar, I say it's a wet bar, it's really just a beverage bar. It's got the beverage sink. And then when you go down the hall back here, there's a half bath, and then in a separate area, there's a small, and kind of think ship's cabin, but a small shower. When we get to the backyard, you'll see in a moment, they do have an above ground pool, and this family has loved spending time outside, but that way when you came in, there was a spot to rinse off or shower if you needed to, and it didn't take up the whole bathroom. So if you've got a bunch of kids that are out there playing or whatever, you've got a lot of space for somebody to come in, and they can be wet and not harm anything. And then the fourth bedroom for the home is on that end of the house downstairs. A full daylight basement, and so you've got a lot of natural light down here also. Behind where you are right now, there's a storage area for lawn equipment, just the weed eater, lawnmower, just the normal stuff you would need day in and day out. That's accessible underneath the screen porch also. There's a patio out there. You'll see that when we go outside too. We're on the screen porch now, and if you know me at all, you've heard me say it before, it should be a code requirement in North Carolina to have a screen porch, because I just love being able to get out there pretty much any time of year. It's one of the advantages to living here. The screen porch is a great size. There's a lot of sitting space and living space out there with the French doors that go into the family room that are part of the kitchen. Again, if you're entertaining or just day in, day out, it's just a great spot to gather. And then the deck, which is a super spot for the grill or Blackstone, or if you've got an outdoor cooler or whatever. Again, thinking about all the entertaining and knowing the family that lives here now and all the entertaining they've done and how easily that is done with a home like this. I want you to think about, when we started this, we talked about we're on an acre lot in the heart of Raleigh. It is Sleepyville. It is quiet. It is serene. Look at the backyard. You can stand on this deck and not even know you have a neighbor. That is almost impossible when you think how close to Crabtree we are. It's just such a hard find. And a ranch floor plan too. Fenced backyard. The fence does not encapsulate all of the backyard. It runs beyond that back line. The pool decking, and then the furniture out there. One thing I forgot to mention when we were in the basement, and we talked about the half bath and then the shower room. There's a door that comes off of the backyard that leads back to that hallway back there, so you don't have somebody traipsing all the way through the house. It's easy to get to. So when you're outside in this house, it's like your own oasis. We're closing it out now. We've come to kind of the back part of where the fenced part of the backyard is. We're right about where the fire pit is. But look at this space. When you look at the gathering space that's there underneath the deck and the screen porch, that is a paved patio right there, and you see the light. Just imagine what this would look like lit up at night. You've got the pool deck, and then again, all that serenity right there with the trees. It's a protected woodland area, so what you see is what you get. There's a little meandering stream that goes through the bottom of that back there, and it's part of what gives this a 1 acre lot right here in the heart of Raleigh. You feel like you're way out in the suburbs, further out from town, and you aren't 3 minutes from everything. You also have within walking distance of the neighborhood, because again, we're in Brookhaven. You've got the Brookhaven Nature Park as well as York Elementary, so both of those are right here and nearby if that's something that's of interest to you, and it's just an asset in the neighborhood. As always, this has been my honor and privilege. Again, we're at 4937 Carteret Drive in Raleigh. All you've got to do is give us a phone call and set up a showing. Be more than happy to share this one with you.